Welcome to a new episode of our Azure Network series. In this episode, we focus on mastering the art of diagnosing and resolving network traffic issues in Azure environments. Network traffic problems can significantly impact the performance and reliability of your services, and being adept at troubleshooting these issues is essential for any IT professional working with Azure. Whether you're a network administrator, cloud engineer, or IT specialist, this episode is packed with practical insights and tips to help you maintain optimal network performance. Join us and enhance your troubleshooting skills to ensure your Azure network runs smoothly and efficiently. This will be our infrastructure installment for today's session. Basically, we have two paired VNets. The first VNet contains a virtual machine with Bastion for secure access. A route table is used to redirect all the VM's traffic to the firewall. The app service is integrated with the second VNet and linked with a DNS server through a private endpoint. And finally, we've created a log analytics to monitor the firewall logs. Let's check that our environment is working well before hitting the troubleshooting scenarios. As you can see, we're able to access the web app through the private connection. Now let's start with the first troubleshooting scenario. We've made a small change in the infrastructure, and now we have to try troubleshooting. We have to find the exact problem. So basically, we need to follow the traffic from the start to the end, step by step. The first step is that traffic going out from the virtual machine to the subnet. This subnet could be linked to a network security group. Let's check that. Yes, indeed. It's linked to the NSG one. Let's go check this NSG one. What rules does it contain? We are concerned with the outbound traffic, so let's click on it. Here we go. There is a rule called deny any HTTP outbound. And as you can see, this rule is restraining any outbound HTTPS traffic. So it must be the reason that the access is denied to the web app. Let's delete it and see the results. We have to wait a little bit until the changes take place. Here we go. The web app is opened successfully. Let's move on to the second scenario. We've made another small change in the configuration. Let's follow again the traffic. After going out from the virtual machine to the subnet, it goes to the route table. So let's check it. As you can see, we have one route and one subnet linked, which is the default subnet or the VM subnet. Let's verify the route details. We have here the address of the web app, which is our destination. The nature of our next hop is a virtual appliance, which is the firewall, of course, and its IP address. Let's go check if this is really the IP address of the firewall. Yes, indeed, it is the IP address of the firewall. So, since the traffic is going from the route table to the firewall, let's go check the firewall and the firewall policy. So, the firewall seems good, and the firewall policy too. And obviously, we have the rule that lets the virtual machine access the web app. This is our rule. After the firewall, the traffic goes to the virtual network, which is supposed to be paired with the second virtual network. Let's go check this pairing. We click on the virtual network one, pairings. Oh, there is no pairing in here. Someone should have deleted it. Let's recreate the pairing. Actually, when creating the pairing, we create two pairings, one from the VNet 1 and the second from the VNet 2 to the VNet 1. After the pairing is created, let's go check the access to the web app from the VM. Oh, great. Now we have access to the web app. Let's move on to the third scenario. We've made again another change, and we will follow the same logic, pursuing the traffic whenever it goes. So let's check the NSG again. Obviously, there is no problem with the NSG, only the default rules. Let's go to the next hop, which is the route table. We have the subnets connected or linked, and we have the routing here, the web app's IP address as destination, and the next hop IP address, the firewall's IP address 10.0.3.3. Oh, that sounds wrong. Let's go check again the IP address of the firewall. Ah, that's what I'm talking about. The IP address is 10.0.3.4. So let's go and change it. After changing it, let's go check the access to the web app. After waiting a little while, here we go. The web app is accessed successfully. Let's move on to the last scenario. You can see that we can no longer access the web app. So let's follow the logic of troubleshooting we already used. The traffic goes from the virtual machine to the route table, to the firewall, to the subnet, the build subnet, VNet 2. So the NSG looks good. The route table too. The next hop is the firewall. Let's go check the log analytics to see if the firewall is receiving any attempts of connection. Let's run a query in here, Azure Diagnostics, for the last 13 minutes. All right, we have several attempts to connect the web app. You can see the details. The source is the IP address of the VM. The destination is the FQDN of the web app. But the action is denied. The firewall is denying our access to the web app. So let's go check the firewall and the firewall policy. Our rule is an application rule since it uses the FQDN. But when we click on application rules, we can find no rules. That means that someone has deleted the rule that we have, letting the VM access the web app. So let's recreate the rule. We name the collection. We select the action allow. Let's name the rule. Select IP address. We assign the VM's IP address. The protocol is HTTPS. And we copy the FQDN of the web app in the destination. After the creation of the rule, we need to wait a little bit more than usual because the firewalls are not the fastest services of Azure. Now let's check the access to the web app. And here we go. The web app is opened successfully. That would be everything for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Goodbye.